So far, no.
So far, he has been unable to do it.
Absolutely right. CompuBox numbers through round 7. Ruiz 51 out of 226. Jones throwing more, landing more, fighting the fight he wants to fight, as long as this isn't happening. Now Ruiz starts to do what he wants to do. And Jones punches him away. There was a hard right hand by Ruiz.
Watch your head, please.
Jones seemed to take it pretty well.
This is when you find out the light heavyweights and the heavyweight. When you get into the latter rounds, all of that weight starts counting against you. These are the rounds that you find out that heavyweights are different.
But wasn't you, George, who pointed out that Billy Conn would have beaten Joe Louis if it was a 12-round fight?
12 rounds, he would have beat him. But went into the latter round, the 13th round, and that's when he failed.
Of course, Louis knew it was going to be a 15-round fight. That probably helped.
True.
But this is when that extra weight and the pushing and shoving and all of that stuff starts working against.
But there really hasn't been enough
particularly
of
if
it.
Ruiz had been able to do all that early in the fight. But he hasn't done enough of it, it would seem, to have a huge effect on Jones.
Well, when you hit these big guys to the body, it starts taking a lot out of you as well.
But Jones has managed to move as he likes to do at a measured pace. They trade punches there in the center of the ring. Probably the biggest thing that's happened in this round is that John Ruiz got in a clean right-hand shot against Roy Jones on the ropes, and Jones was able to handle it.
Roy Jones does not stand still long enough for Ruiz to land that right hand. He's aiming all night to get that right hand.
Now Jones
got him against the rope
on his own,
and he
has an opportunity, and Jones gets away.
2 feet from the ropes, Ruiz.
Right hand by Jones. Good quick shot by Jones. Again, put Ruiz on the defensive.
Blood from Ruiz's nose now dripping onto his chest. He looks like something out of an oil painting.
But Ruiz has been in this boat before. He knows about the wave that goes along in these rounds. The bleeding and the suffering and the big guys hitting on you. He's not discouraged by that.
He is.
He just can't get this guy to stand still.
And determined, but he is also very limited.
You see, 10 seconds again and nothing has happened.
Two-thirds of the way through, and Roy Jones is 4 rounds away from his conquest of the first heavyweight he's fought.
We got 4 more
Hard
rounds
to imagine that Jones doesn't have a lopsided lead on the scorecards based on effective punching. We're going to show you in a minute some pictures of the punches that Jones has landed cleanly throughout the fight. Over and over, Harold Letterman tells you it's about effective aggression, clean punching. And that's what Roy Jones has been able to do.
And not only that, when a fighter does this, it creates a picture in the minds of the judges as well as the fans that one guy is landing the clean punches, the other guy is lunging, seldom lands something really clean and hurtful. So Roy Jones is surely winning the drama of the fight as well as the fight itself.
But in round 8, for the first time, John Ruiz threw and landed more punches. Ruiz 14 out of 46 in the 8th, Jones 13 out of 34. So if the judges were looking for a round to give to Ruiz, maybe that was it.
It's all about Roy Jones being able to keep his legs strong now. Continue doing what he's doing. He get any weakness at all, then that's when Ruiz can take over.
Roy Jones told us that he trained only 5 out of every 7 days during the week because he knew he'd need his legs tonight. He wanted to keep his legs fresh by cutting back on the volume of training.
You know, we've all celebrated him for his...
He's getting a little lazy now.
For his talents and his reflexes, but he is also one of the smartest guys we've seen in the ring.
He's getting a little lazy now, Roy Jones, trying to coast a little bit, waiting on those last 3 rounds. You can't coast with the big guys.
You know, forget just the ring, Larry. I always say that Roy Jones is one of the 4 or 5 smartest people I've ever met. Look at the amount of money he's made in the ring compared to the amount of risk he's had to take to earn it. That's pretty smart.
As he said, y'all must have forgot.
Yep.
Like I said, this fight is turning the way Ruiz wanted to now. Jones is not moving around so much. He's standing in one place.
Hard body shot by Ruiz. Jones pounds his belly as if to say, give me more.
Ruiz has not taken one chance. You got to take a chance. Dive in.
George, that's who John Ruiz is. That's who he's always been. Ever since the Tua fight, he hasn't wanted to take chances.
If you're not going to take a chance with Roy Jones Jr., light heavyweight, you're never going to take a chance.
Well,
the Tua fight was 7 years ago. John Ruiz wants everybody to forget it. Maybe he hasn't. It was, of course, the 19-second knockout that devastated him and his career at that time. All credit to Ruiz for the determination and the grit he's shown in redeveloping and rescuing his career from that point.
absolutely, Jim.
You got to understand that David Tua was 50 pounds heavier than Roy Jones.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, but
There's no need in holding back now. Let it go. This is for your title. You earn it. Don't let a guy just tick and pick-pack you out of your title. A good shot right to the chest by Ruiz.
That's maybe the most effective flurry of body punches that John Ruiz has been able to throw in the fight.
I gave him that round.
He could well have won the last 2.
We're letting him get away.
John, we got to put this in
On
second
some
gear,
cards.
baby. We got to
John,
put
he's
this in
in a
second gear.
championship round. So
We
get
got
out
to put
there
this in
and fight
second
this
gear,
motherfucker.
baby. We got to make it a fight now.
Come in an angle. Start banging him.
Wait, you can't just walk around him, John. You got to move your hands.
Look at this round. You winning them with them slingers, but put them together for me. All right? All right. Way to go.
Tighten your abs up.
Way to go, baby. Way to keep him turning like that. He's stepping. Just pop him with the jab every time he come to you. When you get a clear shot, go ahead and lay it out. Get him? Yep.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim. 8 rounds to 1. 89, 82. Roy Jones Jr. I gave round 9 to John Ruiz because he got inside, pounded the body. Roy sort of just stayed on the outside and popped him with a few jabs. But I got to tell you, this fight, Roy Jones Jr. is keeping it exactly where he wants the fight to be. That's great. With generalship, landed a clean, hard, effective shots, just like Larry called it. Doing all the punching, it's all Roy Jones.
I have it 7-1-1.
Uppercut missed again. Left hook landed. Right hand landed. Jones not throwing back as Ruiz tries to unload his weapons against him against the ropes. This is Roy Jones's worst habit, backing himself onto the ropes and allowing the opponent to wail away.
Oh, but Roy Jones' legs are getting heavy now. This 12 rounds with the big boy makes you tired.
His hands are still fast, though.
Hands are fast, but legs are heavy.
Again, Jones more or less backs himself onto the ropes and gives Ruiz an opportunity. Something Roy has done over and over again against lesser light heavyweight opponents, but which most critics felt he couldn't afford to do here tonight.
He's using a jab tonight.
Oh, that's a good left hook in there.
Now he's starting to lean in and rub against the big guy. This only works for Ruiz.